Have you ever woken up in the morning, reached for that glass of water, and thought you were doing your body a favor? What if I told you that something as simple as drinking water first thing in the morning could be quietly harming you, especially as we age? My name is Evelyn, and at 78, I've learned a thing or two about life, love, and yes, even the little habits that seem harmless but can change everything. Today, I'm sharing a story that's close to my heart, not just about water, but about how the smallest choices we make each morning can ripple through our health, our energy, and even the way we connect with the people we love most. Stay with me until the end, because I'm going to reveal the 5 dangerous mistakes seniors make when drinking water in the morning and the simple fixes that can transform your days and deepen the love in your life. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I encourage you to click that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on all our latest content. Your support means the world, so if you find value in this video, please give it a thumbs up to help spread this message. I'm eager to hear your thoughts on today's topic. If you enjoyed the content, please comment number 1 below. If it doesn't resonate with you, leave a 0. Your feedback is so important, it helps me create videos that truly speak to your heart. Now, let's dive in. Let me take you back to a time in my life when mornings were my sanctuary. Every day, I'd wake up next to my husband, George, the man I've loved for over 50 years. We'd share a quiet moment together, just the two of us, before the world woke up. I'd shuffle to the kitchen, pour myself a big glass of water, and sip it slowly while watching the sunrise. It felt like the healthiest way to start the day. But a few years ago, something changed. I started feeling sluggish, my stomach would ache, and by mid-morning, I was so tired I could barely keep up with George's stories about his garden. I thought it was just age catching up with me. After all, when you're in your 70s, you expect a few aches and pains, don't you? But then George noticed something I hadn't. "Evie," he said one morning, his voice soft but serious, "you're not yourself." "What's going on?" That moment, his gentle concern, the way he saw me, reminded me of why our love has lasted so long. It's not just about passion, it's about noticing the little things, about caring enough to ask. That's when I started digging deeper, and what I found shocked me. My morning water routine, something I thought was so good for me, was actually causing problems. And I wasn't alone. So many of us seniors are making these same mistakes, thinking we're being healthy, when really, we're setting ourselves up for discomfort, low energy, and even health risks that can strain the very relationships we cherish. You see, just like in love, it's the small, everyday choices that build a life or quietly chip away at it. When I wasn't feeling my best, I wasn't as present for George. I didn't have the energy to laugh at his jokes or hold his hand on our evening walks. And that's what today's video is all about, making sure you're taking care of yourself so you can show up fully for the people you love. Let's talk about the first dangerous mistake, drinking water that's too cold first thing in the morning. I used to keep a pitcher of ice-cold water in the fridge, thinking it was refreshing and healthy. But here's the truth, cold water can shock your system, especially as we age. Our bodies aren't as quick to adapt anymore, and that icy water can slow digestion, cause stomach cramps, and even make you feel sluggish. I remember one morning, I downed a glass of cold water and felt a sharp pain in my stomach. George was right there, rubbing my back, his brow furrowed with worry. "Evie, maybe try room temperature water tomorrow," he suggested. And you know what? He was right. Switching to lukewarm water made such a difference. It was gentler on my body, and I felt more energized to start the day. Here's the fix: let your water sit out for a bit or mix in a splash of warm water from the kettle. It's like how you nurture a long-term relationship. You don't jolt it with sudden changes, you ease into things with warmth and care. Try this for a week, and notice how your body feels. Maybe you'll have a little more pep in your step to share a morning dance with your sweetheart, like George and I used to do in our kitchen. The second mistake is chugging water too fast. Oh, I was guilty of this one. I'd wake up parched, grab that glass, and gulp it down like I was running a race. But drinking too quickly can overwhelm your kidneys and stomach, especially in the morning when your body's still waking up. It can lead to bloating, discomfort, and even dizziness, things we seniors don't need slowing us down. I think back to those mornings when I'd feel woozy after drinking, and George would steady me with a gentle hand on my arm. "Slow down, Evie," he'd say with a chuckle. "The water's not going anywhere." His patience reminded me of how he's always been there, steady and constant, through every season of our marriage. The solution here is simple: sip, don't gulp. Take small, mindful sips, giving your body time to absorb the water. It's like savoring a quiet moment with your partner, those little pauses where you just look at each other and feel the love without saying a word. Try sipping your water over a few minutes while you sit by a window or listen to the birds. It's a small act of self-care that leaves you feeling refreshed and ready to connect with the people who matter most. Now, let's talk about the third mistake: drinking water on an empty stomach without eating anything first. I used to think I was being so virtuous, starting my day with just water. But for some of us, especially as we get older, this can upset our stomach acid balance and cause nausea or even heartburn. One morning, I felt so queasy after my water that I had to lie down. George brought me a piece of toast and sat with me, his hand resting on mine. "You need a little something in your tummy first," he said. That small gesture, his care, his attention, made me feel so loved. It's those moments that keep a relationship strong, isn't it? The way you show up for each other in the smallest ways. Here's what you can do: have a light snack before your water, like a piece of fruit or a cracker. It's like laying a foundation of trust in a relationship, something small but steady to build on. For me, a slice of apple does the trick. It settles my stomach, and I can enjoy my water without any trouble. Plus, I feel more energized to share a laugh with George over breakfast. The fourth mistake is not paying attention to the quality of your water. I never thought much about it until George and I moved to a new town a few years back. Suddenly, I was getting headaches, and my skin felt dry no matter how much water I drank. George, bless him, did some research and found out our tap water had high levels of chlorine. He bought us a simple water filter, and it was like night and day. I felt clearer, more vibrant, and ready to take on the day with him by my side. It reminded me of how we've always worked together to solve problems, whether it's a leaky faucet or a misunderstanding in our marriage. Love is about teamwork, isn't it? The fix is to use a water filter or choose bottled water if you're unsure about your tap. It's a small investment in your health, like the time you invest in listening to your partner's heart. Clean water helps you feel your best, so you can be fully present for those morning conversations or quiet moments of connection. The fifth mistake, and this one's a biggie, is not drinking enough water overall. I know, it sounds obvious, but hear me out. As we age, our sense of thirst can dull, and we might not realize we're dehydrated until we're exhausted or cranky. There were days when I'd snap at George over something silly, like leaving dishes in the sink, and later realize I hadn't had enough water. Dehydration can make you irritable, foggy, and just not yourself. And when you're not yourself, it's harder to show up with love and patience for your partner. George would always bring me a glass of water on those days, his eyes twinkling. "Drink up, Evie. I need my sweetheart back," he'd say. That man knows how to keep our love alive. The solution is to make hydration a habit. Keep a water bottle nearby and take small sips throughout the day. Set a gentle reminder, like drinking a glass before each meal. It's like the little rituals in a relationship: checking in, saying "I love you," holding hands. These small acts add up, keeping you hydrated and ready to love fully. These 5 mistakes: drinking cold water, chugging too fast, skipping a snack, ignoring water quality, and not drinking enough might seem small, but they can steal your energy and dim your light. And when you're not feeling your best, it's harder to nurture the love that makes life so beautiful. George and I have been through so much together, raising kids, facing health scares, celebrating milestones. What's kept us strong is paying attention to the little things, both in our health and in our love. When I started fixing these water mistakes, I had more energy to laugh with him, to listen to his stories, to hold his hand and feel that spark we've carried for decades. Think about your own mornings. Are you making any of these mistakes? Maybe you're chugging cold water or forgetting to eat a little something first. Whatever it is, you can change it today. And when you do, you'll feel the difference not just in your body, but in your heart. You'll have more to give to the people you love, whether it's a partner, a friend, or even yourself. Love, after all, starts with taking care of you. Let me share a story about a dear friend of mine, Clara, who's 82 and still as vibrant as ever. Clara and her husband, Tom, have been married for nearly 60 years, and their love is the kind that makes you believe in forever. But a few years ago, Clara noticed something was off. She'd wake up, drink her morning water like always, but by noon, she was so tired she could barely keep up with Tom's plans for their daily walks. She'd get snappy, and Tom, bless his heart, would just smile and say, "Clara, my love, let's figure this out together." That's when Clara realized her morning water routine was part of the problem. She was making some of these same mistakes, drinking icy water, gulping it down, and not eating a bite beforehand. It was draining her energy, and that was affecting her ability to be the joyful, loving partner she wanted to be. Clara's story hit me hard because it reminded me of how our daily habits shape not just our health, but our relationships. When you're tired or uncomfortable, it's harder to be patient, to listen, to show up with love. And for us seniors, those little moments of connection like sharing a cup of coffee or laughing over an old memory are what keep our relationships strong. Clara made some changes, just like I did. She started sipping room temperature water, eating a small snack first, and using a filter for her tap water. Within weeks, she was back to her lively self, teasing Tom and planning their next adventure. "Evie," she told me, "it's not just about the water. It's about having the energy to love him the way I always have." Now, let's dig a little deeper into why these mistakes matter so much as we age. Our bodies change over time, don't they? What worked in our 40s doesn't always work in our 70s or 80s. Drinking cold water, for example, can constrict blood vessels and make it harder for your body to regulate temperature. That's why you might feel a chill or even a stomachache after a glass of icy water. And when you're chugging water too fast, you're not giving your kidneys a chance to process it properly, which can lead to swelling or even strain on your heart. These aren't just small inconveniences, they can sap your vitality, leaving you less present for the moments that matter. Skipping a snack before water is another trap. As we age, our stomach lining gets more sensitive, and water on an empty stomach can irritate it, especially if you're on medications, like so many of us are. A little food acts like a buffer, keeping your stomach happy and your energy steady. And water quality? Well, tap water can carry all sorts of things: chlorine, heavy metals, even tiny particles that our bodies don't handle as well as they used to. A simple filter can make a world of difference, like the one George got for us. It's not about being fancy, it's about treating your body with the care it deserves. And dehydration, oh, that's the silent thief. Did you know that by the time you feel thirsty, you're already dehydrated? For us seniors, that's especially dangerous because our bodies don't signal thirst as strongly. Dehydration can cause confusion, dizziness, even heart palpitations. I remember a day when I was so foggy I forgot the punchline to one of George's favorite jokes. He laughed it off, but I could see the worry in his eyes. That's when I knew I had to get serious about staying hydrated, not just in the morning, but all day long. These mistakes aren't just about physical health, they're about how you show up in your life. When you're feeling good, you're more likely to smile, to reach for your partner's hand, to share a moment of closeness. George and I have learned over the years that love isn't just about the big gestures, like anniversaries or fancy dinners. It's about the small, everyday choices like drinking water the right way that give you the energy to be there for each other. When I'm hydrated and feeling my best, I'm more patient when George leaves his tools on the counter. I'm more present when he tells me about the roses he's pruning. And yes, I'm more open to those quiet, intimate moments that keep our love alive after all these years. So, here's what I want you to do today. Start with one small change. Maybe it's switching to lukewarm water or sipping instead of gulping. Try it for a few days and see how you feel. If you're like me, you'll notice a difference not just in your body, but in your mood, your energy, your ability to connect. And if you have a partner, share this with them. George and I made these changes together, and it's brought us even closer. We'll sit at the kitchen table, sipping our water, talking about the day, and it feels like we're falling in love all over again. Let me give you a practical tip for each mistake we've covered. For cold water, keep a pitcher on the counter overnight so it's room temperature by morning. It's simple, but it works. For checking, set a timer for 5 minutes and sip your water slowly during that time. It's like savoring a good conversation. Take it slow and enjoy it. For drinking on an empty stomach, keep a banana or a few crackers by your bedside for a quick bite before your water. It's a small step that makes a big difference. For water quality, get a basic pitcher filter. George found ours for less than $20, and it's been a game changer. And for staying hydrated, carry a small water bottle with you and aim to finish it by lunchtime. These aren't hard, are they? They're little acts of love for yourself, and that love spills over into your relationships. I want to leave you with a final thought. Life, like love, is built on the small moments. The way you start your morning sets the tone for your day, just like the way you care for your relationship sets the tone for your life. George and I have been through so much joys, sorrows, and everything in between. What's kept us strong is paying attention to the little things, like a glass of water or a kind word. When you take care of yourself, you're not just preserving your health, you're preserving your ability to love, to laugh, to be there for the people who matter most. So, what's one small change you're going to make tomorrow morning? Maybe it's sipping your water slowly or eating a piece of toast first. Drop a comment below and let me know. I read every one, and I'd love to hear your story. And if this video spoke to your heart, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more stories and tips to help you live and love fully at any age. Your support means so much, and it helps me share these lessons with more people just like you. Before we go, I want to ask you something. Think about the person you love most, your partner, your friend, maybe even yourself. What's one thing you can do today to show them you care? It doesn't have to be big. Maybe it's pouring them a glass of water or just listening when they talk. Those small acts of love are what keep us connected, what keep us whole. Thank you for spending this time with me today. I'm Evelyn, and I'll see you in the next video. Keep sipping, keep loving, and keep shining.